Series Chapter 1085 is finally out, and this chapter title leaves nothing to the imagination, literally being called The Death of Nefertari Cobra. And the chapter begins with Cobra still awestruck, still trying to accept what he's witnessing as he's looking up to Emu sitting on the empty throne. And Emu starts talking to him in third person, no less, saying how he'll address 2 points that he brought up in the discussion, as long as King Cobra himself answers a question that he had. And King Cobra is still trying to get his bearings. It's like, I've heard the name Emu before. It could be a coincidence, but that was one of the first 20s names, right? And Emu's like, such curiosity. I'm not even going to dignify that response. That being said, those internal questions or queries you had, particularly the one with the D, those who had the D were nothing more than our ancient enemies from the past. And the people currently are just residual descendants of people from then, and they don't even really grasp or understand what that D even means. And this irritation only persists to today because of Queen Lily's blunder or mistake from 800 years ago. Then the same can be said apparently for the scholars on O'Hara as they were researching this void century. Emu goes on to say that without Lily's specific blunder those 800 years ago, pirates wouldn't even be chasing the poneglyphs to this day. If it wasn't for her incompetence, these poneglyphs wouldn't even be scattered around the world to begin with. And the release of the poneglyphs was the worst thing that could happen to Emu and the Celestial Dragon apparently, which makes him wonder, was this really an accident or part of a larger plan? And as he says this, the girls, they start pulling out the straps, they start getting ready. And Emu asks, the truth is undoubtedly within the letter that she left. So tell me, why didn't you give her whole name when you introduced her earlier as Queen Lily? Why don't you tell me the name that she wrote down in her letter? And Cobra with a shit face on right now. It's like, man, they got me. I'm dead. And my dude, you were dead the moment you came in and brought up the letter in the first place. Heck, Cobra's like, if I lie to you, or even if I think about lying to you, I'm not getting out of here alive, right? And they're like, man, you were dead the moment you saw Emu. Just tell her what you need to tell us. And at this point, Sabo starts creeping around as he notices an opening and feels a tense scene going on. And at this point, King Cobra admits to Lily's full name, Queen Nefertari D. Lily. And all it took was that D for Emu to hear, and they immediately went for King Cobra's life, stabbing him through the body with an arrow of some kind. And right after he gets attacked, Sabo jumps in the midst and throws out this crazy fire attack, attacking the Gorosei what looks to be Emu at the same time. But as he does this, after he launches the attack and he's standing over King Cobra, he's like, I was hoping to try to take them all out in one move, but I didn't realize I'd be standing in hell at the top of the world when I came in here. And Cobra immediately sees him and like, you're Luffy's brother, right? He's like, why'd you step in to help me? I'm a king. And Sabo's like, our problems aren't the kings and queens of the world, it's the monsters above them. And Cobra was like, yeah, Luffy stepped in to save me once too. Y'all some good people. And Sabo grabs Cobra and immediately starts running up. He sees these silhouettes and these crazy looking figures behind him. My best guess is the Gorosei and Emu going after them. And as he's running with King Cobra's like, dude, drop me. I'm on death row. You have a better chance of leaving without me. And Sabo's like, nah, that's not going to happen. I'm just not going to drop you. King Cobra's like, there's something I need to make sure that Luffy and Vivi understands in the future. So I need you to pass on a message to me. Tell them that we share the name, the moniker, D, the D initial. And Sabo completely is taken aback at this as he gets a flashback to when he was talking to Luffy and Ace earlier about the D's and their names, asking if it was a coincidence or something. And they were like, they don't know. You want a D? You could be Sad D both if you want. And all of this, as he's coming to grips with the D and how important it truly is, King Cobra and Sabo apparently get stabbed through the back. Now Sabo's a Logia, so I'm assuming this attack had hockey on it or something for it to go through Sabo himself as well. But King Cobra is now on the ground and he starts giving a speech, what looks to be the letter that Queen Lily left behind, though some of it's cut off by the people attacking him. And Sabo has to witness King Cobra basically get killed right in front of him. And Sabo isn't the only one to witness this, because apparently on the other end of a wall through a small hole, Wapol, of all people, had his eyes on what was going on, and he also witnessed King Cobra's death. And apparently, unlike King Cobra, he knows that his life is over. He knows he just saw something that he shouldn't have seen, and they're coming after him next. So he knows he's basically done with it. And then we cut over to the other part of the marriage wall where the reverie is still going on, and the kings there point out that Wapol and King Cobra aren't here, so they just continue on like nothing's going on. And Shirahoshi, apparently, this being one of the last days of the reverie, her and her brother are getting ready to leave. She's curious to where Vivi is, and then we cut to Vivi as she's being held hostage in Pangea Castle by the CP0 agents, which are still basically just the CP9 agents in CP0 attire. But even though she's captured, she's more concerned about Shirahoshi, asking if she's okay considering the last thing that she saw when she was with him. And the CP0, being surprisingly nice, gave us a lot of information saying how Sai and Leto, after they beat up the Celestial Dragon, took full credit, giving their names and their affiliation when they did that, and they bolted. And then Fujitora apparently accidentally helped some slaves escape while fighting the Revolutionary Army, and Greenpool got pissed about that, and now they were fighting. So a lot of crazy things were happening in the reverie this year, which makes sense given all the information we have up until this part. Vivi is trying to think of a way to escape. Wapol comes through the wall like the Kool-Aid man, eating through the wall, trying to eat to his escape. And Vivi, as she sees this, takes the opportunity and tries to leave with him. And after he busts through some more walls, CP0 just now realizes that Vivi's gone. And at a certain point, Wapol busts through the wall with his queen nearby and Vivi in hand. Vivi was like, yo, how long are you going to keep going for? And Wapol's like, till the end of time, I am not dying. And we end off the chapter with Vivi and Wapol in escape, and the queen that's married to Wapol thinking he's running away with a mistress. And I don't know how Oda does this, all these chapters away from the Straw Hats, and things continue to get heated up even more in One Piece. I just love this story, man.